What's up, YouTube? So, yo, I was having this conversation the other day with an individual who he was talking about that he wears the pants in his household, right? And guys like to brag about this all the time. Whenever guys say they wear the pants, they don't really say it matter-of-factly, like, yeah, I'm the leader, blah, blah, blah. They kind of say it like in a bragging type of way, like almost as if they don't really wear the pants, almost as if they're trying to convince themselves and everybody else. And it's coming from like I always say this, it's coming from like an adversarial mentality you have with your woman, but that's another topic. But let me tell you why it's fucked up when guys say this, because they usually say it in reference to money, right? Every time a guy says this and I ask him why, I'm like, they'll say, I wear the pants in the household. I ask them why, what do you mean? They always talk about money. They always bring it back to, well, I pay the bills, I got a good job, she don't pay shit, I'm paying the rent, you know what I'm saying? I put a roof over their heads. Here's why that's fucked up. Let me tell you why that's fucked up, right? And this is absolutely bad leadership as a man. Because when you say this, you're diminishing manhood. You're diminishing your role as a man in the household when you say that. Because when you boil your manhood down to money and finances, you're basically saying that money is above you. You're basically saying that your manhood is dependent on your boss, right? If you have a job where you have a boss, then your manhood is dependent on him or her, because they're signing your checks today, right? So you're able to pay your bills today, but tomorrow they might fire you, right? So if they fire you tomorrow, then are you less of a man? Are you less of a man because you make less money? You're making manhood all about money, right? If you understood manhood, if you understood who you are, I always talk about knowledge of self being the foundation of manhood. If you had any knowledge of self, you would never boil your manhood down to money, right? That's insulting. Like if someone was ever to tell me that, right, I would be insulted. Because money ain't my value, bro. Money is not my value. Money is not my currency, right? My value as a man, my manhood, my position in the household, my position in this earth goes way beyond money. It goes way beyond what I could provide financially. Money don't make or break the man. So I don't give a fuck if I'm married, because here's the other thing too, right? When you say that you wear the pants in the household because you make money and because you're the one paying the bills, what if your wife makes more money than you? Does she wear the pants now? That's what you're saying. That's what you're teaching her. That's what you're teaching your kids. Bro, I don't care if I'm married to Oprah Winfrey, if I'm dating fucking Kim Kardashian, or fucking Paris Hilton, the Queen of England, or whatever rich chick you can think of. I'm still wearing the pants. Right? Like I said, money don't make or break the man, and pants don't got nothing to do with money. Right? Manhood is a position. I was ordained by God to do what I do here. Right? And money is just a construct in this third dimension. And what a man provides goes well beyond the financial. Right? As a man, you provide stability. You provide a mental stability in your household. You provide a certain degree of safety. Right? That's life. You give life to your family. You provide the safety bubble that your family can do what they do, that your wife could take care of your kids and be the nurturing creature that she is. Right? Without you, there would be none of that. Without men, there would be none of this. Like, I would not be able to be here right now under the safety bubble to give you these YouTube videos or to do what I do. Right? That's what was provided to me by men who don't really make a whole lot of money. Right? It got nothing to do with money. The guidance, the wisdom you provide, the emotional stability, right? The fact that men give life, which I talk about in other videos, right? There would be nobody alive had it not been for a man making that possible. Understand, when you boil manhood down to finances, you are absolutely disrespecting yourself and you're disrespecting manhood, right? Manhood has nothing to do. Money, it may come with the territory, but it also might not come with the territory, right? Because, bro, I'm going to be a man. I'm going to be the same man with the same value, whether I'm rich or poor and penniless with no money in my pocket. I still bring the same value to this earth. Yeah, money don't got nothing to do with nothing. Because here's the thing too. Like I said, you're putting your manhood and your value in the hands of your boss or the hands of the economy. $1 today might be worth something completely different tomorrow. And it definitely was something worth completely different 20 years ago. Right? Is your money in the hands of the economy? That's nonsense, bro. And when you do that, you have no knowledge of self. And on top of that, this is also what you're doing, right? Because like I said, as a man, you're a leader. You're providing leadership to your house. You're teaching your wife and you're teaching your kids that value comes from money, that your value comes from money, right? So let's say tomorrow you lose your job or whatever the case, you guys might not have as much money tomorrow as you do today. Then you're giving her the right to disrespect you because you're less than a man. You're a lesser man today than you were yesterday because you don't have as much money as you did yesterday. That's what you're teaching your wife. That's what you're teaching your kids. And it's not her fault for disrespecting you for that. That's yours because you led from that position. And this is where a lot of guys get it twisted too when it comes to like quote unquote gold diggers, right? Girls that are out here judging guys based off their money. Men lead from that position because men put value on money rather than their manhood. So there's a generation of men out here teaching women that they wear the pants because of the money they make. So the women following the lead of the men, right? They're judging men based off the money they make. And that's your fault. That's not their fault. You can't blame them for that. That's your fault because you led from that position because you put value on money rather than manhood. So to wrap this up, it's starting to rain a little bit. What I'm saying is stop saying that you wear the pants in the household. Just stop saying that, bro. Just carry that position. There's no need to say it. There's no need to tell people. And if you do say it, definitely don't say it because you make more money than the woman. It got nothing to do with money. Because like I said, even if I'm dating Oprah Winfrey, who's obviously makes way more money than me, I'm still wearing the pants. Because money don't make or break the man. That's game.